Hello friends, welcome back to my channel on the rest assured topic. So thanks for watching my videos. So actually I started this series around 1 year back, and I really get very good response from you people. So as of now I have more than 1300 subscriber, and on daily basis I'm getting some requests from the people that uh, I should continue making the videos on the new topics. Okay, for the chapters, right? So because of the time constraint, I haven't able to create the new videos, but now I have decided to again resume this particular series, right? So, okay, fine. So, just to give you the overview, so these are the chapters till now I have created. Okay, these are the chapter 8, which are already uploaded on the YouTube. Okay, and in these chapters, we have covered the basic of rest assured background, prerequisite, okay, then your basic setting up, root setting, all these things you must have already seen. If you haven't uh, watched this video, so I will recommend you to go and start from the basic if you don't have any idea about the rest assured. Okay, so as of now, I have covered till this 11th topic. Okay, so now today in this particular video, we are going to see this particular specification builder. Okay, how we can set some parameters in response specification builder and the request specification builder. Okay, so let's directly go to the code. Okay, so see, what happens sometimes, there are some checks, right, which are repeated. So like status code, some headers values, right, you have to check on every request, right? So what we can do that, we can make a group of those which are regularly used checks, and we can club them. Okay, so like see in the before class, you know that before class run once, right, before every test. Okay, only once in a class. So what we are doing here, we are creating the object of the response specification builder. Okay, using this, we will populate response specification, right? Got it? So say you create an object of the response specification builder. Okay, add some expected value. Okay, so like 200, I'm expecting every request to be 200 for me, right? I'm expecting that my content type in the header should be a JSON request. Okay, it should be a JSON. Then the some cache control should be no cache, no store, kind of whatever. Okay, as per your APIs, you can set anything. Okay, so these are my preconditions. So for every request, this has to be there. Okay, so I have set all the thing inside the response specification builder, and using this particular keyword code builder.build, we have populated this particular response specification object, right? So now this particular object have three things. It should be 200, it should have the JSON, and its cache control should be no cache, right? Now let's go to the code. So let me comment this particular code, and okay, so let me run at once. Okay, so test has been passed. Okay, so we'll see that. Okay, so let me show you manually. You copy this particular request. Okay, open any particular browser, and let's run here. Okay, so I hit this particular API. Okay, and the keyword is the India. Okay, so I found two result here. Okay, British India Ocean Territory and the India. Okay, so this is the our call. See, this is the response header, right, which we are talking about. Here, response header should be 200. Yeah, it is 200. Content type should be JSON. Yeah, it is JSON. See, and this is the JSON, right? And cache control should be no cache, right? So it is no cache, right? So this is common for both the uh, example, right? So that's why what we have written, see, when we hit this particular API, then the spec should be response spec. What is this? This is the object, right? if you go to this particular, it will redirect to you this particular object, right? So, and here we have defined three things. So you got it, right? So rather than writing all this thing, these three lines on this particular test, again writing this on this second test, so it will so it's a waste of code, right? Your code will become too lengthy. So we have reduced our code and we have directly used the object of response spec here, right? And apart from that, see, so these are the basic three things. Apart from them, if you want to do some more tests, so you can write here, like in first test case, you can see that I'm measuring the time, response time should be less than 4 seconds, right? So if it took more than 4 seconds, then this particular test will get failed. But in second test, I haven't used anything. Okay, I'm just testing the basic thing. So it all depends upon you, how you want to go with that, right? So let me run this. Okay, so both the test case has been passed successfully, right? So hope this is clear, right? So just to summarize, just this is to reduce your code and rather than repeating your again and again the same code, we can use this kind of response spec builder. Okay, fine, friends. So let me show you the import statement. If see, I see that you people are facing some issues in this particular Hemcrest matcher import. So make sure that imports are correct. You can see here, and I will show you the POM also. This is the dependency which I have used. Okay, version can maybe the latest one. You can use the latest one. I have used this particular test case, this particular version, right? So similarly, we will go to uh, another example for the request spec builder, right? This is exactly the same thing. Here we are in the previous one we are checking the response header, and this in this particular case we will check the request header. I will show you the difference between these two. See, if you hit particular API, okay, so there are the two headers, right? One is the request where you're requesting to the your server, and in response what header you are getting from your server, right? So we generally check both the things, right? So these are the request header, what we have requested. Okay, we are sending all this thing to our server, right? And in response server is giving all this thing. Okay, so we have verified the response header. Now we will go for the request header. Okay, let me show you. Okay, fine. And in case of request, we can add some parameter also. So I have shown you how to add the parameters. Like so there are some generic parameters which we need to send on every request, right? So in those cases, you can set the parameter here. So you create a request specification. In the previous one, we have created the response specification, right? It's the same thing. Response and request specification. You create an object, then you create a before class, and in the setup, you create an object of request specification builder. Okay, and you add some parameters, add some headers, whatever as per your need, and then just build it. Okay, so this our request specification object will get populated, right? And let's go again the same thing. We have created two basic tests. In one test we are checking the status code, okay, and we are logging all the uh, response whatever we are getting from the server, and in the second one we are simply checking the status code. Okay, so this API I have tested, this is this API needs some credential. I don't have those credential, so we will get the 400. Okay, so see, we are the result will be 400, right? So no issue, we will test with the 400 itself, right? So you can use your own API, right, which will give proper results. So here I am hitting, so given I have given the object here request spec, right? Request specification. So all this parameter, whatever set here, right, it will be passed in the API here. And when I will hit this particular API, using the request specification, I'm getting the status code 400 and I'm just logging it in the first one, right? So let me run this particular API, right? So uh, both the test case has been passed, right? So if you see that in first test case, we are logging all the things, right? See, all these are getting logged, but in second case, nothing has been logged. So for the logging purpose, I will create another chapter, right? And in that chapter, we will discuss all about logging, how you can log it just for your for debugging purpose or any other thing, right? So you can log it. So, okay, friends. So I think this particular chapter is clear to you, and the main funda of this topic, request specification, response specification, is clear to you, right? Okay, friends. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.